comic book fans, welcome to another exciting edition of Cammy's Comic Corner, Book of the Month for October 2010. I'm your host as always, Cammy. Now, when it comes to October, everyone usually thinks Halloween. And me specifically, and especially, I love Halloween. So I always try to have a nice little, themed book for certain holidays. And for October, I got a selection that's kind of creepy, kind of haunting, and just the perfect pick to cozy up by the fireplace or next to your goblin stew and read this Halloween. What am I talking about? What am I raving and ranting about once more? I'm talking about The God Machine Volume 1, written and illustrated by Chandra. Now, if you follow the WonderCon and Comic-Con videos, you know that I first met Chandra at WonderCon this past February, or was it April? February, March, April, May. Bottom line, she's a great gal. We started talking, and she, I learned a lot more about the God Machine, and it's finally out from Archaia, and I picked it up, read through it, and I melted into a warm puddle of goo because I enjoyed it so much. Basically, we have the main character, Guy Salvatore, is very depressed, and he's grief-stricken. Why? Because of the untimely death of his girlfriend, Sith. And so he just can't seem to get over it. If not being in high school is tough enough already and having to go through all the bullshit of people at school and teachers, the one that you love so much that you were eventually going to marry just dies, how can you go on? So while he's in this depressed state, first of all, he was in a coma for 3 weeks because of the loss of this girl. He is starting to see some visions, some hallucinations, he thinks. Whether it just be brushing his teeth, going in for a midnight snack, he's noticing things that aren't really there suddenly start appearing. And he knows this isn't normal. He's kind of scared that he's kind of starting to freak out and just lose it. His friends are concerned about him. His friend Andrew, who is the leader of this goth society at his high school, he's seen the symptoms, he's wanting to say, okay, it's just going to go away, but he knows that something's up with his best friend. He's trying to help out, trying to get his mind off things, especially Sith, but nothing seems to be working. Also at this high school, Salem High School, there are tons of goth students here. Like, they just roam freely. If this was back at my high school, unfortunately they would have been made fun of right off the bat. But this environment that Guy is accustomed to, he just goes along this daily routine and just depressed as shit. While this is all going on, we are introduced to these gods. There's good God, there's evil God, and then there's limbo God. And basically they, oversee all, got their own little kingdoms, but it's not like the usual God and devil that you usually think of, where it's all heaven and hell, clouds and puffy harps and halos and whatnot. No, they're all working together as a team. And when when Good God, which is this gorgeous redhead, starts noticing there's something's amiss, especially revolving around this one guy, she starts to take notice and notices there's something strange about this guy. And while the guy actually sees her and Evil God in the graveyard one night when he's just pining for Sith, he's not supposed to see them. Like, they are only allowed to let people who they want to see them. And so that's the tip-off that something's different about this guy. But while they leave and make their getaway, Guy is approached by this one guy named Satan. And he tells him that Sith isn't really dead, but she's trapped between these dream worlds. And these hallucinations that he's seeing is he's able to walk between these worlds, but he just doesn't know how to harness that power yet. So, as if Guy doesn't have enough on his plate already, he's having crazy people telling him that, oh, you can actually go see your dead girlfriend, she's really not dead, and you have the ability to walk between your dreams and whatnot. The illustrations in this graphic novel are gorgeous. I cannot get over how every single page that Chandra, illustrates, draws, oil paints, however the method is, it just, you can't get over how gorgeous this looks. Every feminine figure is just so beautifully crafted, and you have little hints of anime, like in very certain scenes. Just the whole, how sometimes the main characters are very serious, and then they like get into some angry fit, and then everything's all overdone. It's kind of like that, but it's so appropriate for this book. Like, it doesn't seem out of character whatsoever. or whatsoever. And you also get lots of breaking of the fourth wall, fun little notes or like little side dialogue from certain characters. It just really, it's all in one package, just a great book to read. And in the back, you get different biographies of the different characters, and then you have several gorgeous pinups by many artists that you know, Patrick McAvoy, Josh Finney, Kat Rocha, and more. So, if you want my opinion, if you were looking for that Halloween book to, you know, give a try because you've never heard of it before because you don't read indie stuff, check out The God Machine. It's a good package. And believe me, I know all about good packages. But if you want more from Chandra and more of her upcoming works, like she has a secret project with Patrick McAvoy, head on over to www.spookychan.com. And also, if you want more Cammy's Comic Corner goodness, head on over to www.cammyscomic.corner.com. From there, you can read the past Book of the Month reviews and watch the movies as well. Because yes, like with the other written reviews, you will see a written review on the site for The God Machine where I go into much more detail because I have time to write these things down and run it by my editors and say, does that sound good? Okay. The editor being myself. Also, if you like to listen to podcasts as well, I do Geeky Talkie, which comes out every Wednesday. And it's, you know, it's a little this, a little that. It could be reviews about TV shows one week and then a creator interview the next. Also, if you like any of the kick-ass t-shirts that you usually see me wearing, head on over to www.deadlinegraphics.net and send Kelly an email. He does the best of custom-made t-shirts. And there's only one name that I trust when it comes to comic book t-shirts. That's Kelly at deadlinegraphics.net. And also, check out Rising Sun Creations at rse-online.com. They had the best of U.S. comic books, manga, collectible toys imported straight from Japan, and much, much more. Big thanks again to Rising Sun Creations at rse-online.com. So that does it for your Book of the Month for October. I hope you take my advice and go pick it up. And I hope you have a happy Halloween. I don't know what I'm going to go as, but maybe it's going to be Hank or Dean Venture, because I forgot to mention, Doc Hammer does the foreword of this book, and it is more of a fairy tale story that just totally grips you and you don't know where the hell he's going with it. But yes, Venture Brothers, that's always a good Halloween costume. Maybe 21 or 24! Who knows? But until next time, this has been Cammy's Comic Corner. I have been your host, Cammy. Go pick up the Book of the Month and tell me how you liked it. Really, I care about your feedback.